So, Spence and Crawford. This is the best fight to be made in boxing, without a doubt, in my opinion. It's one of the most anticipated matchups in years. People have been talking about this fight ever since Crawford moved up to welterweight and beat Jeff Horn. So for the past 4 years, people have been banging on about this. It's a great matchup. I'm so excited for it, and we haven't even got an official date yet, and the fight hasn't even been officially announced yet. But the fact that both guys seem interested in fighting each other, and it's for all the marbles as well, it's for all the belts, like, it can't get any better than this. Both guys seem to be in their prime. It's a great matchup. It's a great matchup. Both guys have got exciting styles. This will go down as a welterweight classic, one of the best fights of the decade in my opinion, and one of the most anticipated fights in the past 5-10 years. But in this video, I'm going to be breaking down just a few of each guy's strengths and weaknesses, and right now, who I'm picking to win the fight. So starting off with Spence, he's got the better jab. Spence has got, in my opinion, top 3 best jabs in boxing. He's got a brilliant jab. He's got a great timing on it. He's got, to break you down with it, good rhythm with it, etc. And he's got a good jab to the body as well, Spence. He doesn't utilize a lot, but sometimes he will throw that jab to the body, which is quite good as well. But his jab to the head is better. And yeah, like I said, his jab's better than Crawford. He doubles. He uses his jab a lot. He's a lot more active with his jab than Crawford. A lot more. And Spencer's got great range control as well, distance control, with that little half step back he does. He's a brilliant combination puncher, great punch placement. He breaks you down. He's the better inside fighter. He knows how to position his head on the inside. He'll put his head to his opponent's left or right shoulder to put it in a position where it's hard for you to hit him and it's hard for you to counter him. And he mixes up his punches, head and body brilliantly well. He's not a particularly really fast guy, but he's extremely methodical, and he just chips away at you, breaking you down round by round, punch by punch, and he does that so well. That's what he did against Ugas, and that's what he did against Kell Brook and his various other fights in his career. Now, moving on to Crawford's strengths, one thing Crawford does really well is his weight transition. He transitions his body weight from his back foot to his front foot extremely well. Arguably, he might be the best in boxing at that, at the weight transition counter punches. I'm not saying he's the best counter puncher. I'm just talking about specifically when he transitions his weight from the back foot to the front foot. He does that so well. Did that against the Sean Porter fight, Jeff Horn fight, and in many other fights in his career. Crawford is more of a natural counter puncher than Spence, and he's a better counter puncher than Spence, I would say. In terms of who's a better combination puncher, that's very close, by edge with Spence. Crawford's got the slightly better reflexes. Crawford's the more athletically gifted guy, I would say. Spence is the more technically proficient guy. And who's got the more heart? That's a tough one, hard to say, I don't know. Who's got the better chin? Also a tough one, I don't know. Crawford got dropped by Kaviauskas. Mean Machine, he got dropped by him. It wasn't called a knockdown, but it should have been. Spence got hurt by Ugas, but he was looking away. When you are looking away, the effect of the punch is magnified, because he did hear the referee say stop, which he did, to be fair. But nonetheless, he still got hurt. And I think a few seconds before that, he got hurt with a right hand slightly as well. And early on in his career, Spence got rocked by some, what was his name? I think he was Ghanaian, this guy. I think it was Emmanuel Latte. I think it was him that rocked Spence. He wasn't badly hurt, Spence, but he was a little bit hurt. So we've seen Spence a little bit hurt on a few occasions, but nothing crazy. And so both guys, neither guy I would say has like an iron granite chin, but both guys have got solid chins. That's what I would say. Crawford's weakness, I would say, is, you could say it's a strength, and a weakness is a double-edged sword, what I'm about to say. And that is that he often, if he gets hit with a big shot or multiple big shots, he'll get mad. And Crawford's a very prideful fighter, etc. And yeah, he'll get, like, you'll see the red mist descend if he gets hit with a few big shots. He won't like that at all. And he's coming for you. Like, he's coming for you. He's coming to, like, he's coming for his revenge if you hit Crawford clean with a big shot. He does not like it. And we saw that in the fight against Mean Machine. Mean Machine dropped him. Crawford's pride was hurt, and we see what he did after. He thought, you know what, forget all the boxing, like we're scrapping. It is on. We're scrapping. We're fighting now, and eventually knocked Mean Machine out. But Mean Machine's a fighter who's not an elite heavyweight, and he got tired. Will that work against Spence if Spence hurts him? So that mean streak that Crawford's got. Obviously, you need to be mean as a fighter, but you also need to know how to control your aggression and not let it get the best of you. Whereas with Crawford, I feel like at times maybe his aggression gets the best of him and he doesn't have full control over it. So he might get hit by Spence, for example, and the red mist descends and he completely disposes of the game plan and he just goes to try to bang with Spence. And that might be a bad idea. I don't know. Oh, then again, it might work. I don't know. But I feel like that's a double-edged sword with Crawford. Spence's weakness is that sometimes he does overreach, especially early on in fights. He did that a few times against Ocampo. One thing he will do is he throw like a double jab and overreach with the left hand, and he'll get countered for it. For that, he got countered for that against Ocampo, countered for that many times against Kell Brook, and a few times against you guys in the early rounds too. So that's one of Spence's weaknesses. He can be countered when he overreaches with the jab or the left hand. But besides that, I can't, off the top of my head at least, I can't think of too many other weaknesses that Spence has got. So neither guy, obviously neither fighter is perfect, no fighter is, but neither guy has too many weaknesses. It's hard for me to pick out weaknesses for either guy, I would say. Both guys have got different strengths. Both guys have got different styles. Crawford's more of a counter puncher. I would say he's not as active with his jab, but he counters a lot more. He likes to punch with you a lot. And Crawford fights in a rhythm. He's more of a rhythmic fighter, whereas Spence is like consistent pressure. That's more of his style. So different styles, and those styles will gel really, really well together. And when these two fight, I think there's going to be a lot of swing rounds, a lot of close rounds, a lot of tough moments. Obviously, Crawford's a switcher, something I forgot to mention as well. Yeah, as you guys know, Crawford can switch hit, but primarily he seems to be better from the southpaw stance. A lot of fights he starts off orthodox, but then he'll go to southpaw, and then he'll stay southpaw for the rest of the fight, and then dominate his opponent from the southpaw stance. So it's not like someone like Boots who will switch in between during the round, or who'll switch during the combination, or while he's making a defensive maneuver, he'll switch stance. It's not like that. Crawford will usually start the next round in a different stance, or halfway in between the round, he'll change stance. But usually he'll start the next round in a different stance. That's how he'll go. But will that work against Spence, all that switching stuff? I don't know. This fight is really, really tough to call. Really tough to call. But if I had to pick a winner, I'd edge with Spence right now. Mainly because I think that just that consistent pressure will get to Crawford eventually. And it's hard to stop a guy like Spence from coming forward at you. It's really hard. Both guys are very physically strong. But yeah, I just think Spence's consistency with a jab, that front foot pressure fighter style, his ability to cut off the ring, I think eventually he's just going to outwork and get to Terence Crawford and win a close decision, I think. But that's what I'm saying right now. That's my prediction right now. I can change my prediction at any point before the fight, obviously. And my prediction might change when the fight gets announced or when it's close to the fight. But right now, if I had to pick a winner, I'll edge with Spence. But it's a great fight. I can't wait to see it. I think it will happen this year. And yeah, that's it for this video. That's what I really wanted to talk about. Great matchup. And yeah, it is a fight that the sport needs. But yeah, leave your comments in the comment section below, guys. What do you think about this fight? Who do you think will win and why? And yeah, that's it. So until next time.